The legal appointment, that's what the trustees I talked to are calling this. They say the news took them by surprise, and now they're talking to legal counsel to figure out their next step.
And that is the finding of an investigation of village finances and the spending habits of beleaguered Mayor Tiffany.
It's unbelievable what has occurred to Dalton's Tiffany Henyard, aka Super Mayor. Tiffany's journey has been remarkable, having both challenging low moments and notable high parts. However, recent speculation suggests that she may be experiencing financial difficulties. She is purportedly pleading with Dalton residents for assistance, requesting $10 million to address her current situation. Stay tuned as we delve into the details of this unfolding story.
Not guilty of all 9 counts. I believe he's cooperating. And if you cooperate, you have to admit your...
Let's look at the life of Tiffany Henyard, who was once famous, but is today facing significant challenges. Not long ago, there were allegations of her living a wealthy life, complete with expensive vacations, heightened security, and extravagant spending. One notable example is the claimed $200,000 spent on welcome banners featuring her photo throughout Dalton. Concerns of financial mismanagement have emerged since then. Allegations have suggested that years of excessive spending may have contributed to her current financial difficulties. These costs appear excessive in comparison to the community's resources, as the average household income in Dalton is less than $30,000. As we examine the situation more closely, we'll look into how these decisions might have impacted her career and the residents of Dalton.
And there's a time to hold people responsible and accountable.
Tiffany appeared to be leading a lavish lifestyle while Dalton was facing significant issues. The fire department, for instance, has allegedly been without a proper contract for 5 years, which is a major issue for those who risk their lives every day to keep the city secure. Thousands of dollars are reportedly spent on welcome signs, which begs the question of the town's financial priorities given its pressing needs. Additionally, there have been allegations of repeated trips to Las Vegas during Dalton's financial troubles. Because these trips were purportedly funded with public funding intended to improve the neighborhood, many are concerned about them. We'll examine in greater detail the potential effects of these decisions on the municipality and its residents. The allegations about Tiffany's spending habits give the narrative yet another surprising twist. Reports claim that government money was used to pay for both expensive vacations and a sizable security detail that accompanied her everywhere, including on these extravagant outings. This security agreement reportedly came at a high cost to the town, with some officers reportedly receiving over $133,000 in overtime in a single pay month. To put this in perspective, many residents of Dalton earn more than that in 3 or 4 years. These claims have raised serious questions about financial accountability and the prioritization of community needs. Let's take a closer look at how these decisions have affected Dalton and its residents. Tiffany appeared to have forgotten her responsibilities as the town's leader, as seen by her actions that reflected a celebrity lifestyle. The important difference? Tiffany was reportedly utilizing public funds, while celebrities spend their own money, so Dalton had to deal with the fallout. Reports that the company that made the famous welcome banners has not yet received payment demonstrate financial irresponsibility. They're not the only ones waiting, though, since there appear to be other unpaid obligations as well. This situation has raised serious questions about accountability and the long-term impact on Dalton's finances. But that's not all. Reports state that Tiffany allegedly used the town's infrastructure as security to accumulate millions of dollars in loans, in addition to spending public funds. Since repayment is unaffordable, creditors are now pursuing their money, forcing Dalton taxpayers to foot the bill. There is a lot of concern because of this financial crisis. The story is not over yet. She has been charged with being involved in housing under Section 8, and she was reportedly still receiving government subsidies despite having a dilapidated home with substantial mold growth, water damage, and other issues. No repairs were completed, and she allegedly retained the money. The property's inspection history has also drawn criticism due to claims of anomalies. She was reportedly still paid in 2019 despite being deemed uninhabitable. If true, these actions have led many individuals to question how such a scenario could have persisted. The worry surrounding this situation is only increased by the fact that Tiffany's home's occupants were left in subpar living conditions in spite of her obvious disregard for her responsibilities as a property owner. These were people who were already struggling financially and were forced to live in poor conditions. As mayor, Tiffany was responsible for ensuring that residents had access to secure and suitable housing. Some rumor has it that rather of performing the necessary repairs, she may have been earning financial gains. She was embroiled in a number of scandals, financial mismanagement, and corruption accusations while serving as mayor. Every time someone looks more closely into Dalton's business, more concerning information seems to come to light. The situation has now deteriorated further. The FBI is formally investigating the case, given that federal investigators have seen Tiffany's spending habits and financial mismanagement. This is a problem that goes beyond local concerns. In addition to her personal activities, the FBI has reportedly subpoenaed the township's financial records and is looking into her finances. They are attempting to trace every dollar spent, and the results are startling. Tiffany allegedly spent money on more than just banners to welcome guests and lavish holidays. She may have used taxpayer funds to cover a variety of personal costs, including lavish vacations and a sizable security detail, according to sources. These revelations have sparked questions about whether she believed that serving as mayor would allow her to promote her personal agenda. The investigation has taken an even more significant turn with the involvement of former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Yes, the inquiry is now being led by Lori Lightfoot, and she isn't holding back. As she uncovers evidence of Tiffany's purported financial mismanagement, she has been revealing more concerning aspects of Tiffany's leadership at each turn. As the investigation continues and fresh material continues to surface, it is clear that the situation is becoming increasingly complex every day. Dalton locals' concerns are understandable, given that the FBI is still investigating Tiffany's financial background. They have trusted her to lead the town, but now they are in financial trouble. Local business owners and former employees are cooperating with the FBI investigation by sharing their concerns and experiences. Everyone has a story about Tiffany's alleged wrongdoing and appears eager to join in the investigation. Reports state that as the pressure mounted, Tiffany went into hiding. She disappeared from public appearances, missed 25 board meetings, and hasn't been seen in a long time. Consider how difficult it would be for your community to function without its mayor. But it doesn't end there. Rumor has it that Tiffany has been selling her personal belongings to help pay her bills. The same person who once lived a lavish lifestyle is reportedly now feverishly attempting to save as much money as she can. The village board appointed trustee Jason House as interim mayor to help keep things running while there was no one in control. The situation has deteriorated to the point that a stand-in mayor is needed because the elected leader is nowhere to be located. To make matters even more surprising, Tiffany allegedly set up a GoFundMe page to raise money. The same person who previously recklessly used public monies is now asking the broader public for financial support. People's reactions have varied. Some are furious, while others don't believe the situation is true. Many people are questioning whether this GoFundMe is real or if it's just another effort to generate money before it becomes widely popular. Some people question whether this is just another ploy to take advantage of the situation, considering Tiffany's history of making questionable decisions. To tell the truth, it's hard to ignore the growing concerns. After going missing for months, Tiffany reportedly sold off personal belongings and is now asking for donations. She seems to be preparing to leave town, leaving Dalton to handle the consequences. Meanwhile, the town's fire department still does not have a contract. The police department is struggling to maintain its vehicles, and Dalton's credit is in serious jeopardy. But it seems like Tiffany is placing herself in a situation where she requires help. Despite all the ongoing issues, Tiffany's GoFundMe has generated over $115,000. Indeed, donations are being made by real people. Some people are curious as to how she has been able to garner this kind of support in light of everything that has happened. However, it should be made clear that $115,000 is insignificant in comparison to the millions she is allegedly entitled. Considering the larger financial challenges, it is a negligible amount. People are now starting to wonder if Tiffany is using this GoFundMe to finance her next big trip or to pay off her debts. It's undeniable that Tiffany has a tendency to disappear when things become tough, and this situation seems to be no different. What do you think? Is Tiffany Henyard's GoFundMe just an attempt to generate more money, or is it a sincere need for help? Do we have to hold her accountable for Dalton's losses? Kindly provide your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. Keep an eye out, since it appears like Tiffany Henyard is still alive. I will see you at the next one.